you for everyone for being here. It's incredible to see this room so full. First day early in the morning. What I want to talk about with these panelists as they sit here in Nicola in technology, Anu, right, in philanthropy and healthcare. And of course, I know I'm going to get the pronunciation right, so correct me. I'm going to, you say it.
Keriman Abulchidai.
I knew, and I still won't get that right. But thank you. In sports.
My name has all the alphabets, it's fine.
Incredible. Well, that's why you're so talented in sports and philanthropy. And thank you for being here. Her incredible sister is here with her as well. So really want to talk about kind of this intersection as we sit here right now with culture. And as female leadership, as we sit with all of the viewpoints that all of you sit at in this culture right now, what does it mean for us to lead? What does it mean for us in this kind of multilateralism? Can we actually effectively change the dialogue with where we sit right now? I'm going to let Nicola go first because she's my friend.
The answer is yes.
See, we love that positivity.
No, but first off, can I just say, looking out at a room like this, heaving to capacity just fills my heart with joy because I'm old and I've been coming to the WEF for a long time. And I remember the days when I was the only woman in the room. So to see a room, well, give us a round of applause. Like, girl power. Girl power. And the men in the room, we love you too. Yes. So culture is unbelievably important. We're living, as everybody knows, in the most extraordinary of times. And the pace of change is unlike anything I think any of us could ever have imagined. I'm looking around the room and seeing some lovely friends. That's making me happy as well. I was thinking about some examples of this and why culture matters and why we need to really be embracing and thinking about how this pace of change. If you think about some of the inventions of the past, the spindle, probably not one you'll hear much mentioned, took 100 years to get around the world. 100 years. And so that was one thing. The smartphone did it in about 13 years. And AI is literally doing it in days and hours. I heard a beautiful quote this morning somebody said to me that their grandma, who's 89 years old, thinks that ChatGPT is her boyfriend, which I just thought was the cutest thing. So dialogue, why that matters to your question and why it's important, it's essential. Because when you're moving at the pace that AI is moving at, it's important that we have the forums where we can debate, discuss, that we can be aware of the risks, that we can build together accountability, and also the protections that are needed at this point in time. So it's the most exciting time, and it's the most critical time to make sure that we have openness, trust, and dialogue at this time.
Amazing. Anu?
Thank you. And again, thank you, Rupa, and everybody for having us here. I just wanted to share a little bit about my own personal story. And, I grew up really traveling the world as a UN child. And so I really could see the disparity and the gender equality. It didn't matter which country I was in. There were, girls and women were always left behind, and boys got to, go to school, got to get jobs and everything. And even when I went to the U.S. for further education, I thought, oh, now I'm in America, I'm going to have this, amazing gender equal life. And it was shocking to see that, 1 in 3 women, there was no safety for women, and it was a global problem. It wasn't something that was just for the third world or anywhere else. And so that's been my mission, really. I've really wanted to change that. Having 2 sons and a daughter, I wanted to make sure that we live in a world where she has the best of everything. So my work has focused around, being involved with all of these organizations, such as Women Moving Millions. We're a global network of, high net worth women, and have already invested $1 billion towards gender equity. And it's the dialogue really bringing us together and, fighting for change, investing, fighting, and bringing our voices to the table. So I highly, it's so wonderful to see so many women here, because that's what's going to bring about change.
Amazing. Appreciate it. And you sitting at sports right now, women in sports, it's just unbelievable, the force, but yet still the change that needs to happen, right? It's like one of those things that's on the tip of everyone's tongue right now, and yet we still see the numbers and we're so far behind. Talk about that and your experience.
I love right now reflecting on my journey because I represented Saudi Arabia in Rio 2016 Olympics as Saudi's first ever female sprinter to participate in the Olympics. And like right now we're almost in the 10th year anniversary. And Peter Morgan, the writer for one of the main writers for Netflix, The Crown, said that he likes to leave a minimum of like 10 years distance from any events to allow for proper perspective. So throughout the 10 years, what I've learned is, yes, representation matters. And we live in the world of social media where, you know, one post, one video can reach to millions of audience worldwide. But also visibility is accountability. We have to invest in good role models and also local good role models. Because after I participated in Rio 2016, I have so many girls saying that they saw me and they wanted to be an Olympian like me. Mothers telling me that how their daughters wanted to become athletes. Also, I have one of my relatives who picked up the same discipline and in the same sport. And she is still now, after 10 years, still an active athlete in that. So that's a power of influence. And I think it's really, really important. But for us athletes, I would say, yes, we're really we always try to strive for perfection because, you know, the gold medal, the standard and everything. And I think perfection isn't real. You can never be perfect. And don't wait for the right moment. A lot of people want to hear your voice. So be out there, be more than your performance, be ambassador for your community, your sport and your country, because usually people get inspired by the people that are closer to them. So be that person for your community, and you will create a lasting change.
I think that's such an important comment to make, because as we look at the moments of change, and sometimes it's incremental, sometimes it's locally, and what that ripple effect can have. Anu, we'll just work backwards on this way because I want to pick up on that thread. Can you just talk about that from just even in those smaller kind of local moments?
So basically, having a ripple effect on, you know, everything that we're doing is what's happening. So if we advocate for change, you know, and especially as you said, with technology and social media, you know, we're having a dialogue in one part of the world and it's spread like fire, and it reaches across the world, and it just has such a big ripple effect. So I truly believe that, you know, raising our voices, talking about, like, I'm in the women's health space. So even like, you know, for me, like, menopause was a topic that was taboo. And today, there's been so much talk about it. Before, we had to suffer in silo. And, you know, whatever it was, brain fog, depression, anxiety, you know, we were treated like, oh, you just have a mental health problem, which is not the case. I mean, we're realizing that it's actually a stage in life that women go through. And so now, at least, there's so much, you know, technology that's changing that whole landscape. Yeah. So it's that ripple effect that happens when we raise our voices and really speak up for what we care about and what hasn't been talked about.
Yeah. And Nicola, you have such an incredible background. Tech is just a small piece of it, and your innovation and just kind of, I just think your whole mindset in terms of your career, but how you're able to see in that landscape a global perspective, but also incremental change from a global stage. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Wow, that's a lot. So
so impressive. If you knew her for a second.
I don't know about that, but I think maybe some of the things that you're talking about there is that alongside my day job at Meta, where I look after our revenues, I also set up a foundation to find a cure for follicular lymphoma, which is a disease that I have, and I'm determined. It's an incurable blood cancer, and I'm determined to find a cure. And one of the things, come on.
Woo, come on.
And anybody that wants to go on the journey, I'm all into all offers of help, gratefully and humbly appreciated. But I just think we're at this incredible time where somebody somewhere in the world can have an idea, and the amplification of that idea can go to literally billions of people. When you think about the Meta platforms, 3.5 billion people are using one of our platforms every single day. And so that power that is there now was never there. And I think that's particularly important when it comes to women. And one of the things that I love about my role is it is a global role. I do travel the world. I get to meet with extraordinary women. And one of the things in particular is around how women have been empowered by the smartphone in particular to be able to set up businesses, to be able to lift their family, lift their communities. And the same is true in healthcare as well. So the fact that people with rare diseases around the world can, through a Facebook group, now connect and find one another, there's huge power in that, and there's huge strength, a source of strength that comes with that as well. So I just think we're living in the most dynamic, exciting, entrepreneurial, engaging world. And if anybody has a dream out there, this is the period in history where, in particular for women, dreams can come true. So I would say seize the dream and believe in yourself.
I think, too, this moment now more than ever, all of these women here at Davos, this is my first Davos. So I think for us to state your intention, what you want, whether it's for partnership, whether it's for sponsorship, whether it's what you want to get out of this moment, is so critical and important that a lot of us women do, we don't do that enough. And I think here, this is a moment for all of us, including myself, to state that, be super intentional, and form those alliances, both with our male partners, female colleagues across the globe, and again, be very intentional and state that. Are there any?
By the way, I can't believe that this is your first one. It's ridiculous. Like, all of us can't believe that.
Well, now I'll have a story to tell that we just flipped the script and went to our first panel on it. So we'll have something fun to say. But any last parting words?
Go ahead.
Well, I'll share one that I think is particularly important. Everybody is talking about AI. The facts out there tell us that that women are using AI about 20% less than men. It's a shocker. Who's using AI in the room? A lot of you, but not everybody. Okay, not everybody. However much you're using it, you're not using it enough.
So true.
Meta AI is free. It's at the top of all of our platforms using it. The reason women are not using it is because they think they're cheating if they use it. You got to tell the women out there to use it more. You've got to use it more. You've got to use it as your best friend, your girlfriend, your lover, your everything.
100%.
It's just going to make you better and better, more productive, more efficient, more creative, and more fun.
100%. Couldn't agree more.
Well, I would like to say that, my women were left out of clinical research until 1993, which is shocking. And so today, when we go see a doctor, we're treated like small little white men. And so we need more investment. We need more data. We need more data on women's health. And that's what I'm focused on. My daughter started a company called Evie on the vaginal microbiome. And it's changing fertility. It's changing infertility, it's changing everything, the entire landscape. We have a company also focused on the microbiome and called Viome, and we give you insights onto how to optimize your health by eating the right foods, living, the right lifestyle. So it's a matter of having the right, it's kind of having a toolkit and knowing also how to optimize your own health. Our mission is to make you the CEO of your own health.
Of your own body. So smart. Yeah.
As an athlete, I would say that try to be creative in solving your problems, and don't wait for the perfect moment. When I first started, there was no one. There was not a single runner, a female runner in the national team. But after my run in 2016, and in 2026, right now, we have more than 330,000 registered female athletes in Saudi Arabia. That's
Congratulations.
and that tells you a lot, because it tells you that you have to be very innovative. And my mother always tells me that you can buy almost anything except lost time. So try to lead by seizing time, because I went to the Olympics at just 22 years. And after that, I co-founded the Saudi Rowing Federation, a sport non-existent in Saudi. And we don't have natural rivers in Saudi. So what we did is actually we got the boats and we started rowing at 5 a.m. in the sea. And that gave us clear water. And also I achieved the Guinness World Record in that same center that I helped establish. And again, cross-country skiing. I'm also a cross-country skier from a national team. And I signed with Al Nassr club that famously signed Cristiano Ronaldo. And if anyone needs a jersey for Cristiano Ronaldo, you know where to find me. Just be innovative. And don't wait for the perfect moment.
Don't wait. I love that. I'd love to meet your mother. She sounds amazing.
She's
especially.
already here.
Oh, hi, Mom. You've done a great job.
I just want to add one thing. I want to give a shout out to the youth delegation because really that next generation is key to us becoming, making them the leaders today. And I've seen that happen. So shout out to you guys for being here.
Carry on. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your flexibility.
So good to see you. Delaney, can you come forward, get a quick picture? It didn't happen if it's not on social media. Exactly. Spread the word. Come on, Delaney.